New Artist Spotlight Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the New Artist Spotlight Podcast. My name is Wilko Wilkes.
And I am Big OG, you know me, Origin Cross. And you already know what we're here to do. If you listened before, we're here to interview some of the artists from the New Artist Spotlight family of playlists, which is your plug to the newest and best independent music. Well, music from independent artists from around the globe.
Yeah, speaking of the best, we've got one of the best on here today, one of the most talented artists in the whole New Artist Spotlight community, and really looking forward to hearing more from her. Welcome to the show, Smoothsaylin. How are you?
Hello, I am good. How are you all?
Very good over here, yeah. Excited to have you on.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, so it's really good to meet you. So we know about you. Obviously, we've been trying to get you on here forever. But for everybody who isn't familiar with you, please give us an introduction to yourself, how you got started in music, who you are.
Well, I'm Smoothsaylin. I'm a singer-songwriter and producer from Canada. I mostly do R&B music, but I dabble in a few other genres. Not released though. maybe someday. Well, I grew up in like a musical family, so it's kind of always been around. Like there was no sports growing up in my house. It was just like jamming. That's all. So yeah, it started early, and I did lots of like little talent shows growing up and stuff like that. But honestly, I didn't really get like more serious about it until I guess it was 2020. I guess it's kind of like the pandemic, honestly, that really gave me time to step back and try it out.
That's good. Is that when you sort of like, because I've noticed on your Spotify, so the first singles in 2020, isn't it? Is that when you started deciding, did you have the name Smoothsaylin before that? Or is that when you sort of decided, all right, I'm going to be an artist rather than just sort of like you say, jamming and doing odds and bits?
Smoothsaylin. So that was like my gaming username. But I put a bunch of different names in a hat that I liked, and that one came out. So it was just meant to be Smoothsaylin. Worked out. I didn't really want to use my real name. I don't know. I kind of wanted like a different identity to go along with my music. But I did dabble in like Fruity Loops for a long time. That was kind of like the beginning of my producing. I played around with that. I always call myself like a closet singer-songwriter because I would just do it. Nobody really knew about it. I had a bunch of songs and stuff written, but I didn't share it too much. And I think that was a lot to do with growing up in a musical family, and I was the youngest. So it was always kind of like someone older and who knew better than you always kind of told you how to do things. So it like made me like step back, and I couldn't really be myself. But I guess that's where like the pandemic came in, where it gave me time, like a way like to, I don't know, do things without any input, which was what made me blossom, I think, in regards to that. Yeah. I don't know if that answered the question. Sometimes I forget what the question is.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. Yeah, it's nice to hear that you like found your voice. Yeah, I think it was similar for me. How old are you? Can I ask?
That's a secret.
You never ask a woman her age.
You know me by now, Ocean. I ask them all. You know this.
Everyone.
That's okay though. It can be a secret. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm ageless.
Yeah. And we all, yeah. Well, no, you can't stop time. Remember.
So genuinely, like one of my favorite artists on the playlist in the community. So I want to know, like, where are you trying to go with your music? Like, now that you're in it and you're doing it and you're killing it. So where do you see yourself going?
Oh, well, thank you so much. That's so nice of you to say. I don't know. I kind of just like made a vision board for myself. See, this is like the pandemic for you. You have like time to think about.
Time to do everything.
Yeah. Time to think about what you really want. So I had this vision board, and I had an EP on it. I had like a 3 whatever song EP, and that was on my vision board. And so that's kind of how it started. Although I didn't put out an EP, it kind of just singles were the way to go. And I'm still not really sure how I feel about that, but we'll talk about that in a bit because I want to know what your guys' opinion is on EPs versus singles. But I don't know. I don't really have a goal. I'm not really like, I don't enjoy the performance side of it too much. I think also that has a lot to do with growing up with musicians. I had a little bit anxiety about being like perfect in regards to that. But one thing I did start was Twitch. And I thought maybe that would help with my performance anxiety and also kind of like bring my community together. So that has been honestly super, super amazing. And I just love it so much. So I don't have performance anxiety anymore, at least through through the screen. I did do a couple or a few songs, I guess, on stage at this little town show this summer, and yeah, my anxiety was gone for that, so it was definitely amazing for that. But long term, like I think I would really like to just have songs on like movies and TV and do like the sync stuff. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, I don't know if I'd ever really want to be like a touring musician like Ariana Grande or something like that,
Yeah,
I
that's
like the
awesome.
behind the scenes.
It's nice to hear as well. Like, and I really enjoy your live videos that you put on Instagram where you're playing guitar and singing. You've got a great voice, and you're probably at your best when you've got that composure as well, and when you're in a comfortable environment and you're used to it. So I find I always like really had this vision in my head about playing live. I thought that was the pinnacle, and maybe I'm starting to change recently. I'm not sure if it is the pinnacle anymore because although I've not got the anxiety anymore, it's just like I don't look at a life on tour as like a particularly exciting thing, similar to what you were saying there. But I can totally relate to that as well, and the anxiety around it. And I'm surprised to hear that because you are so comfortable. And I can totally relate to that thing as well about like sort of a critical family. So you end up with like you're really conscious about all your mistakes and yeah. But I've not noticed any. How's the Twitch thing been going then? Because this was like, tell us a bit about that. I'm interested. It's like some sort of collaboration, wasn't it?
Well, I started, honestly, that was sort of on my vision board too, is because I thought if I do it online, maybe I'll like ease my way in and get rid of my performance anxiety. But honestly, it was so hard. It was like a year before I even started, I made the account and I was like, okay, I have to buy this one thing before I can start. And then I would buy that thing. And then I would be like, oh, okay, well, wait, but I need to buy this other thing so that like it's professional. And I just like kept making these excuses to like not start. But eventually I did it. And it was really good. Actually, I think it was DistroKid. They had this opportunity that if you distributed your music through them, you get like instant affiliate with Twitch. So that basically means like you can start getting subs, and because when you first start, I think you have to reach like a certain minimum viewers to be able to get I guess income or whatever, tips and stuff. So yeah, that's how I got into it, and then it kind of just like grew and grew, and then they ended up contacting me for a front page. Before I started this, like I'll just say I ended up doing a front page with them like super early on. I think I only had like 500 followers, and that was pretty crazy. There was like 11.5 thousand people. I'm like, I don't know, that's crazy to me. Like I wouldn't hit that on Instagram or like TikTok or any of that. So that was pretty cool. But I applied for this thing called the Collective on Twitch for musicians, and then they invited me, and there's not that many people. I think there's, I don't know, maybe 15 musicians that got invited to that. So it's pretty cool. And they kind of taught you how to do Twitch the proper way and like help grow your community and everything. So that was awesome. But they gave me another front page, which I did last night. And And that one was about 2,500, but it wasn't as great as the first one, but it was still awesome. But yeah, it's been a really great opportunity, and just to get to know like your followers and the people that support you, and like have more of a connection. You kind of get to know them and stuff through chat. I don't know. It's been really fun. I've really enjoyed it, but definitely my other socials are lacking because of it. I'm putting too much time in that for sure.
Yeah, find what works and go with it.
Yeah, because you can move people over, but you got to get them first. So
yeah.
So what kind of content are you providing on Twitch?
So I have like all my originals. We just do I have like a song list through this song list bot, and people can go on and request songs that way. So yeah, it's a lot of covers, just singing them and my own songs, and just getting to know the community. I've had a couple game nights which were fun. Everyone came in, and yeah. Other than that, it's really just a place to chat with your fans, I suppose.
That's so cool, yeah. And it's it must be just a chilled out evening as well. Like again, like you can go to a gig where there might not be that many people there, or it's like a noisy pub or whatever. Whereas like you're doing it, you can stay at home, you can just chill out in your own space, which looks so nice as well. And just do your own thing, playing a bit of guitar, people watching you, being interactive with people. That sounds awesome. Like, but I find that really nerve-wracking as well. Like, I don't do a lot of live streaming at all. I've been on Instagram Live once for like 10 minutes, and I did a gig on Facebook Live once just to practice. But yeah, I find that even more nerve-wracking for some reason.
Yeah, it was at first, definitely. But I think it's with everything, right? The more you do it, the more comfortable you feel. Just got to push yourself into that. I did try TikTok, which is a whole different experience. I was thinking about doing TikTok live and then moving into Twitch like an hour later, just to kind of get them both in there. But because you can't do it at the same time, like that's not allowed with Twitch if you're affiliate. But yeah, Twitch is definitely for live streaming is my favorite.
Yeah, I don't really understand TikTok even. I joined, and then some rapper from America called Crxss started coming for me.
I think you got the order of events a little misconstrued here, bro. I'm not gonna hold you up.
I don't know. Well, it's good to see you back anyway, Origin. We've been apart from each other for a few
me back. See you back, man. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm back. Yeah.
You don't have time for us anymore over here at NAS. You're just such a big artist now. You're out here doing shows and taking trips to Turkey, and now you're just NAS. What? Who's NAS? I don't know anything about NAS, the rapper.
Man, I'm still here.
Aren't you doing like kids classes too?
Yeah, I've been doing a few of them. Really cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
This interview isn't about him. You don't have to ask him questions.
Yeah. Well, no, it's because you said I'm too big for my boots, but this person we've got on this podcast, Smoothsaylin, has got over 5 times more monthly listeners than me, loads more followers. I was wondering about that. Like, we've got over 11,000 monthly listeners on Spotify at the moment.
Well, hold on.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how.
She is smooth, unique, and full of vibes, and that's her secret.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And I love the Bittersweet that you did as well with Elian Melody, as they call him.
Lion.
Yeah, it's class.
Yeah, that was fun.
And you've got a few collaborations, and I can see why they pick you as well, because you've got something a lot of people don't in your voice, I think.
Oh, thanks so much.
I thought you were going to say talent. I was going to say, that's not what we do here, Wilko. Uplift.
Yeah, collabs are fun, and it's like amazing that you can just hook up with someone across the world and create something together. That's amazing to me. And yeah, some of those songs came out really well, and I'm proud of them. Bittersweet, especially. It's a good one.
Yeah. Also, like the Sunday morning.
That was my first release ever, and I produced that one all from scratch. So right now I'm working on this one. I was supposed to have a song out for y'all today, a new one, but I didn't get it finished. I think I'm way too much of a perfectionist, and I'm trying to learn the whole mix and mastering thing, which I know I should just like send it to someone so I can get more stuff out, but I like to learn new things. And yeah, Sunday Morning was the first one I did from scratch to the end. Other than I totally cheated and did the auto mastering at the end. But yeah.
You got to start somewhere. And yeah, no, I agree. I love the mix and mastering, even though I didn't have a clue about it either. I want to learn. And
you can get projects so that you can learn how to mix and master in your free time and still make your music and send it to other people so that you don't have to go through the process of having your music have to grow in that aspect. You can just go straight to a professional or better than you.
True.
And you can learn to mix with other material so that you can grow your skills and have your music where you want it to be. And you don't have to take forever being a perfectionist like we all do as artists. Like all of us do that. And you guys are talking about like having a family that's kind of like critical and stuff. For me, I've always like excelled. So when I don't excel at something, I'm always over criticizing myself. So it's so many different ways you can still end up at that point of just being like way too critical.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, man. But even I found as well, like that one of the things that's pushed me into doing it myself is because it doesn't come back perfect, because it comes back and I'm like, I wish, like I know what I want to do with this sound, but I don't know how to describe it to this engineer. So I just
maybe you need a better engineer.
I need to just do it myself, or they'll do what I asked, and then I'm like, no, it's actually not what I wanted, and you're having to ping back and forth constantly, and it's like wasting everybody's time. I'd rather sit in a room with somebody and do it with them then than do it online. But really, I think I'd rather just do it myself because I love it, man. As well, it's fun. Like you want to produce your own songs. Well, I do anyway, and it'll save you money in the long run.
Yeah, and there's some magical moments, like when you do something mix-wise or something, you're like, oh, okay, that like just made the whole song, you know, and all you're doing is just like playing with different things. But yeah, I totally get that. I know there's some amazing people out there that are way better at a lot of things, most things, that I should be spreading my work to. But yeah, that's definitely something I need to work on.
Yeah, it's each to their own, isn't it? Their own path. So which of your songs are we going to play today? Because we've got a little slot to play when you give one of your songs a spin.
So I was hoping for my new song Sunshine that will be out soon. But I was thinking we could just, I don't know, it's between Crown and Sunday Morning. I don't know. I want to show my producing side. But I'll let you guys decide. Crown or Sunday Morning? Let's do a vote.
Well, I'm prejudiced because I just heard Sunday Morning for the first time today, honestly. So it's like,
I think let's go Sunday Morning since we've been talking about it. Yeah,
it's in my head now. Like
okay.
And I was like, oh, this is really good. I haven't heard the song yet, so I'm like, nice. I'm going to say that anyway.
Well, I was thinking that honestly because I thought maybe people can listen to Sunday Morning, which was my first release, and then hopefully in a few weeks you'll see the updated version of Who I Am with a Sunshine.
So yeah, do you want to do the honors and introduce it?
So this is Sunday Morning, my first song I ever produced before, and I'll let you figure out the story on your own. Do you know what I kind of feel like with songs is if you like lay out the story of what you've created, you kind of take away what someone else's story is about it. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different story to the song. And I kind of like, I'm hearing that rather than giving it away. So this is Sunday Morning.
Hello? Tell me how it is on a Sunday morning. Didn't make it far, got lost in the moment. But tell me how it is. We could fly so high, then go down smiling, forget for the moment, just take it all in. And tell me how it is. Now I could be the one that you're looking for. Yeah. You could be the one that baby, tell me how it is on a Sunday morning. Tell me how it is. I don't know you yet. 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 Tell me how it is on a Sunday morning when you wake up, your identity's stolen. Tell me where it is. Your eyes are ice, yeah. Well, mine are on fire. Your lipstick's on colors, a hint you're a liar, yeah. Well, tell me why that is. Now, who could be the one knocking at your door? Let me check in to see who's playing me. I won't be ignored. Tell me who it is on a Sunday morning. Tell me who he is. I don't know you yet. 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 So wild and complicated. Play with me and I swear you get it. Talk so sweet but you feel so cold. I might come but won't take you home. Let your eyes and show your features. Cross the room, you're quite the teaser. If we could dance, I'd rather dance alone. I might come and you might take me home. I don't know you yet. 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 Hello? Hello?
Thanks for letting us play that. It's a really dope song. I was already hyping it up, so you already know I was gonna say that. But yeah, and when you say like you like kind of letting people put their own story to your words, I think that's cool. I don't know if you know Lloyd, like the singer Lloyd. Well, he has this song where there's a lyric that nobody knows what it says. It's not the same thing, but I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. It's nobody knows if he's saying she's 5'2" or she's fine too. And he won't answer the question, like he won't clear it up because he's like, it's music and music is what you want it to be. And when you said that, it made me think of that.
It's so true. You know how many times that I've sung a lyric like from an older song, say even like for my whole life, and then someone is like, that's not what they say. And you're like, excuse me? Like, what are you talking about? And then you look up the lyrics and it's totally different. And it's just so disappointing. It's so disappointing. It like ruins the song for you.
Yeah, like, I don't care that that's not what it says.
Yeah, that's what it says.
That's what I say. Yeah.
I'm terrible at like remixing song lyrics just for I don't know, just my own creativity. I'll literally like change the words and I'll sing it that way on purpose, like forever. So that's just a weird thing that I do. But for you, we already touched on your, you've done a couple collabs and things like that. Some collabs with some NAS artists. So let's talk about NAS, how you found NAS and how you've been enjoying it since you've been a part of it. And how long have you been a part of it?
I was trying to think of who it was that sent me a message about NAS. And I can't remember the name of the person. But it was on Instagram. I was part of an Instagram group with them, and they were like, "Hey, you should come over here because it's a great community of musicians." So I gave it a go, and I think that was, I don't know, it was over a year, maybe like a year and a half ago or so. But yeah, it's been amazing, like so amazing. Like the support, everyone's just so supportive, and like everybody that's there is going hard with it. You know what I mean? Like they're pushing their passions out there, and it's just really cool to be part of a group that is so inspiring. Like everybody, you know. And if you ever have an issue, there's someone there that, you know, has dealt with something, or maybe even has an idea about something. So, you know, even if you don't post, or you haven't posted in a bit, just by looking in the chats and reading and keeping up with everything, like I've learned so much from being part of it. So it's been amazing. I really enjoy it.
Oh, one thing I've noticed about NAS is, well, for one, most of us can't remember how we got in, exactly who it was and what time. Because I'm the same way. I had to like go find it. Ed, the team, everybody, like we introduced so many like new things, like kind of on a consistent basis, that if like for whatever reason, like all I'm doing is streaming and I'm not really being active or participating in like the chats, or like I kind of fall behind on what's going on. And I'm like, all right, cool. Life is settled. Let me get back into everything happening with NAS. There's like new features and new things happening. And I'm like, hey, Virginia, what's happening? What, are we doing something different now? And she's like, oh yeah, well, this is happening now. Or yeah, now we have you can submit your song and you know, hopefully an engineer will mix it. And I'm like, oh, well, cool. Didn't so it's like always growing and progressing, and that's like one thing that's dope. And if you kind of tune out, you might miss something that is really like really cool.
Yeah, it's growing fast, definitely since I joined. It's amazing where it has come from even then. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in a year from now with it. If everyone is as involved as they are now. There's so many people that support it and do a lot of work to make it grow. So definitely a community thing, even though Ed, which had an amazing idea and has put so much effort into it, you definitely see how much the community cares about it as well.
Yeah, and I like what you said about everyone pushing hard as well. Like it's amazing everyone's there because they've decided they're going to be like a serious artist and they're going to try, and that does produce so much of the cool like discussions and learning. And I love watching other artists grow as well. Like there's artists on there who I've known of for a few years now, and I get excited for their releases. And I don't even get excited when my favorite bands of all time release new music. When it's like people that I feel like I know now through New Artist Spotlight, and you get to see a bit more of their journey and sort of be on that with them. It's it's a privilege, I think. So before we throw you into the shark-infested pool of the Quickfire 5, what have you what have you got coming up in the future, and what's like your aspirations for the next few months?
Besides Sunshine, because we're patiently waiting.
Well, I'm hoping to get some songs out and push harder with that. I have a lot that are super, super close to being done now. So I think you'll see a lot of new songs come out in the next little while. And yeah, I've just been growing Twitch. So come hang out with me on Twitch some evening. I do stream like 3 times a week. I'm a night owl. So like sometimes I stop at like 3 a.m. It's really not great for me. But that's what happens when you get along with so many people in the chat. But yeah, really just trying to push more music out. That's definitely needs to be a goal of mine soon.
Yeah, I think it's good to have stuff out, because then if people do discover you, they've got a bit of a back catalogue that they can listen to.
Yeah.
That's what I think, because I've got a mate who's like, he's got about 20 songs finished and he's not releasing any of them. And he's like, oh, I'll do a big campaign. And I'm just like, just get them out, because if someone finds you and you've got one song on Spotify, there's not much for them to be able to like get attached to there or listen through. But yeah, you're doing it the right way though. You know, you're doing it sustainably, and yeah, it's good. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll keep an eye out for everything that comes from you.
Thanks.
So without further ado, are you ready to face the infamous, the dastardly NAS Quickfire 5?
No, but let's go for it.
Do you know the rules?
You know the rules?
What's the rules?
You got 15 seconds, no
15.
more, to
No
answer
more.
each question.
Okay.
15 seconds per question. Don't
Oof.
stumble. Don't mess up. Give us the right answer the first time, and you don't get disqualified. Are you ready?
Yep.
Wilko, get her.
Question 1. What is your favorite song from the New Artist Spotlight playlists?
Right now it is, I think it's called Make It Whistle by Elian Melody, and I think it's Dylan and Eric Mathis. I don't know. That song is fire. Right. Yeah, but there's so many, but one that's so hard. I wish I could name more because there's a lot I love. Is that 15 seconds?
You know what?
I think you're
pushing it. You were pushing it, but which band or artist, past or present, would you most like to see live?
Oh no. That's too hard. I don't know if I can do this in 15 seconds. Can I say Lauryn Hill, even though I've seen her before?
You can.
Well, you said it now.
Yeah.
Question 3.
So good.
What is your favorite song of all time?
Oh, favorite song of all time? Probably Yeba, My Mind, which actually isn't even released. It's only on YouTube. Amazing, amazing artist. Like chills and tears every time. Check it out.
If you could have the singing voice of any other artist on the planet, whose voice would you pick?
Oh, that's hard too. I don't know, like, because I'm R&B. I don't know if you've ever heard of Amanda Marshall, but she is like a super raspy, can sing rock, which I can't, and that would be pretty cool to be able to sing like that.
We always want what we can't
15
have.
seconds, but go ahead.
Yeah. And question 5. If you could spend a day with one other New Artist Spotlight artist, who would you pick?
So probably Charles Connolly, because he's really great at mixing, and I would like to learn more about that. Spend a day learning about that would be cool.
Sweet. Wilko, I don't know what you asked, but yeah, you froze.
Yeah, I think I asked the same. Yeah, I asked question 5 and froze, and then realized that. Yeah,
you're very happy about asking that question.
That's buzzing. Yeah, it's the best moment of my life, honestly. But ruined now. Never mind. Well, thanks for having. Thanks for coming on. It's been a real pleasure to chat to you and get to know a little bit more about you and your music. I'm sure we could spend all night chatting about this. So yeah, I might try and catch you on Twitch sometime, even though I've never used Twitch before.
Old.
Do it.
Too old, yeah.
Never too old.
No, yeah,
Ageless.
It's good. It's a good thing
Ageless.
to embrace it as well. Yeah.
He might be ageless, but he's not timeless.
It's true. Yeah, I'm only 20, you know.
Yeah, right? Always.
70 years older than you look.
Yeah. Ouch.
Hey, that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Thanks so much for having me and inviting me to this. And so sorry about changing it a few times. I was hoping for Sunshine to be out, but it just happened the way it was. So hopefully everyone enjoys Sunday morning, but keep a lookout for Sunshine. It's going to be out soon.
I think we're both deciding whether or not we believe you. I think that was. Yeah, sure.
Well, now I have to.
That's a commitment. That's a new Artist Spotlight podcast exclusive. Sunshine will come out soon.
Soon.
But we want to send a thank you out to everybody that has been supporting us. First, we want to say thank you for being on. And it has been a really great chat, and glad to finally meet you in person, right? We want to send a thank you to everybody that has been listening and supporting and just rocking with us. Do you want to shout out your socials and where people can find you on Twitch and Spotify and Instagram and all those places?
I think mostly if you just type up Smoothsaylin in Google, like they all comes up right at the top. So that'd probably be your easiest way to find everything. But yeah, nobody really spells Smoothsaylin the way I do, so it's pretty easy to find me. But yeah, come hang out on Twitch. I'd love to get to know you all better.
Don't confuse her with Smooth Sailor, because there was a person with that almost spelled the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's how you know you've got a good name, though, if you can type it into Google and there's no ambiguity. It's just
Do
you.
do you have your knowledge panel? Like, do you own that?
On Google?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care.
See you later.
Thanks for smooth sailing. Peace out.
Peace.
New Artist Spotlight Podcast.